Beyah, Josie, Dion.
If you're feeling like a pimp, nigga, go on, brush your shoulders off. Ladies is pimps too, go on, brush your shoulders off. Get that dirt off your shoulder. Good morning, Aaliyah. What up, baby? How you
doing? Morning, Larry. How you doing?
I'm doing phenomenal. I heard you had a nice little swim yesterday. Talk about it.
Yeah, yo, listen, I have discovered this like swimmable beach lake near my house. It makes me so happy.
Ooh,
it makes me so happy. It's like a 10, 15-minute drive. Yeah, I mean, I go for like an hour after I finish my days of work, dip into that cold water, and then it's good for you.
Good morning, everybody. Let me tell you something. And that water must have did you good because you look phenomenal today. I don't know what that water did. Did you bathe in the lake of Lake Erie or whatever it was? Like, cause you look for like, yo, every morning before our show, you go jump in that lake.
Jump in the goddamn lake, Aaliyah.
Yo, does the outfit come out of the lake too?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I went in there, in rags, and then I came out like a.
That would be a nice Disney picture. That would be a great Disney. Oh man. Her lipstick brings all the boys to the yard, and they're like, it's better than y'all. Let me tell you something. Having a great fucking week this week. Why? Because the new Let's Get Loud patches are done. Mikey Ferrata. Look at these. Look at how dope these are. You know what I'm saying?
I expect mine is in the mail. We shipping one to Canada?
Oh, yeah.
What's up?
Matter of fact, let me tell you, all of them are coming to you. You're getting not only this, but you're gonna get a swag to put it on. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have it on. And look, get that dirt off your shoulders. You gotta get that. You know what I'm saying? And listen, we already started a campaign. The first 100 people who go to Let's Get Loud and give us your contact information, they get one of these for free. I think we're up to 72 people right now. So
I'm sorry, make that 73. I'm sorry. I just
73. Yeah. Give us your information. Get this swag. It's raining swag. All right. So listen. I'm trying to figure something out with you, Aaliyah, because I know sometimes we in America think that America is the center of the universe, and I know you're one to tell us we're not. I just want to know: do y'all celebrate the 4th of July in Canada?
No. Why would we celebrate the 4th of July? Why would any of the world celebrate your Independence Day? Do you celebrate ours? Do you celebrate ours? God damn, get out of here.
We're arrogant like
that. Are
that.
y'all independent?
No.
Are y'all independent? I thought y'all were owned by the Queen of England.
We are, man. We owned.
Listen, that's all right. But listen, let me tell you something. I found an article today about something happened in Canada. No matter what you can say about Canada, y'all got some interesting news. I read a lot of Canadian articles, and there was this one article. I sent it to you this morning. Did you see the one about the surrogate?
Mama drama, baby mama drama. Okay, let's just call it what it is.
I think officially the best baby mama drama.
Some baby mama drama for sure. This was a complicated baby mama drama though. All right. So this article. This article was interesting. It was Chris, did you see about this article? It was a surrogate mother.
I heard someone tell me about this yesterday, actually. This must have gone really viral. Yeah.
This is happening out in British Columbia. So there was a couple, right? They were trying to, have a baby. Classic, they couldn't conceive together, so they're getting a surrogate, right? then they do all of this, the medical ways of doing it, right? Sticking objects and things and pulling things out of other people and sticking them in other people. You know what it is, right?
The
Right, trying to cook a
usual
baby in her oven that's made with her dough. Anyway.
Put a hot dog on a stick and roast it.
Yeah, we obviously know what we're talking about. This is how medical professionals talk, okay? Stick a fork in it. Anyways. Yeah. But then it didn't work, and this is where it gets interesting. The father then proposes to the surrogate mother, why don't we just fuck, girl?
Why don't we just fuck?
Why don't we just bang it out? You know what I mean? Like, literally. So then they had sex. Then, voila, she gets pregnant. But then apparently their sex wasn't just sex to conceive. They had like a hot little affair on the side. And in the middle of, all of that, he agreed that the surrogate mother would be able to be part of the child's life. And I'm like, men will say anything during sex, girl. You can't believe this shit. Get it in writing. A man will say anything during sex. Okay?
Anything. So wait, back up. Hold on.
Yeah.
So much because artificial insemination comes with she was supposed to put his wife was supposed to put her eggs in that surrogate mother, and that didn't take.
That didn't take. They went to India, they did that, probably spent a bunch of money. That didn't work. Then they went back. Then they went to good old fashioned fucking. Right?
Okay, so they say.
But it's the surrogate mother's egg.
I got an idea.
Yeah, right? You're right? You're like, listen, this might be an opportunity to shake it up. You know what I mean?
Okay, and so the wife agreed to that. That's what gets me. The wife agreed.
The wife agreed to it.
Going to give my husband some pussy.
Sorry?
Going to give my husband some pussy because I really want this baby.
You know what I mean? And then the rest of her life, the poor child's going to be like, you know what? I let your father put his dick in somebody else just so you could be here right now. So shut the fuck up and do the dishes.
That is quite the leverage.
What kind of a guilt be? And these, I think, from what I understood, I was trying to decipher. I think that these are brown folk somewhere involved because they were talking about auntie in Hindi. Anyways,
auntie, like using the term.
Yeah, I was trying to figure it out. I was looking back through the article because
so these were Hindu people.
No, Punjabi. So one of them is a Punjabi person. Because you see, Masi means auntie in Punjabi, unless they're just,
right here,
talking but because they're not giving out names aside from KB, it's very hard to tell what's happening.
And that's really esoteric. That's too esoteric too.
Maybe the auntie, maybe the surrogate is Punjabi.
Yeah.
And I was like, you taste a little bit of that chocolate, they want to go back.
She said, over the next 2 years, KB claims she played a maternal role in the child's life, breastfeeding her, changing her diapers, cooking for her, and the article switched. But, okay, so what she's saying is that she was doing all these things, I guess because she had the breast milk and everything like that. And so how could this go wrong? How could we even fathom something like this going wrong?
I know, right? I know. It's so like, listen, I get that she has the breast milk, but like you could get the breast milk. Like y'all are getting too involved, and then you're saying that she's not part of the family. That's insane. You can't.
Okay.
It's better changing diapers. Listen. You change that kid's diaper. That child is partly yours. Just.
So it was supposed to be a one-off. It was supposed to be like a one-off, but he kept going.
You know.
So even after the baby was born, he was like, I'm just going to go take the baby over to see his Masi.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm feeling for the women here because I feel like this dude is trying to pull. I feel like I met this dude. You know what I mean? When I lived in Vancouver, I feel like this dude walked up to me and be like, girl, would you be a surrogate for me? I just want to put it in. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like this motherfucker is just going out there doing whatever he wants with his life and fucking with these women's feelings. I don't like him.
So now she has a lawsuit because they cut her out of the life. They said bye. And she wants to be now a part of the the baby's life. And so I guess now it's up to the court to see if they could be like that. Because we got all these new families. We got two guys with a baby. We got this wife and the surrogate with a baby. So I guess everybody's trying to like get in on this baby's life. I wonder if the baby gets to choose at some point in time who they want to be with.
I know, right? Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, can't everybody just get along? Like, you know what I mean? Like, let her be part of the life. But I don't know. I guess obviously, like, the wife obviously doesn't want her. It's complicated. I don't know what they should do. I feel like what they should do is get a time machine and go back in time and talk some sense into each other, because this was never going to work. You know what I mean?
But I'm just okay. Let's say you're the wife. Okay. Husband comes home. I cast you as the wife because you're a good actress. Husband comes home and says, "Hey, Aaliyah, I mean, we got to get a surrogate." And then the surrogate doesn't work. I said, "Aaliyah, I got this idea. How about if I just, for medical purposes only, have sex with this lady, to, inseminate her, from me to her, and skip the middleman, because obviously that isn't working. Are you down with that?" You want this baby.
I'd be like, yes, but then I get to have sex with him. If you go get one, I'm gonna get one too, and I'm gonna find me a man. And be like, don't worry, I ain't gonna get to see shit, so you don't gotta worry about it.
Right. Okay. And
I'm all about writing those checks and balances. I mean, just making sure everything is even, Steven.
Okay.
You
okay.
get the fuck,
all right.
I get the fuck.
And then every time he goes back, you go back.
This is what I'm saying.
Okay, that's your plan. You got an if-then plan. If you do this, then I do this.
That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. You get your dick wet, I'm gonna go do the same with Mike.
You gonna go get your dick wet?
No, I'm gonna do the same with my others. I didn't want to go into it. I said it, then I was like, that's too vulgar. I'm not gonna keep going. And then you had to address it. You couldn't let it go. I was like, oh yeah, this is too early to be this vulgar.
I gotta address.
You wear red lipstick, you get people ideas right now. Calm down, and then you just had to. You couldn't let it go. You couldn't let it go.
That is the truth. The red lipstick with the white shirt and the arms out, bow. Okay.
And the arms out, yo. Look at them arms.
Would they have been better to just do a threesome or foursome or whatever? Would they have just been better to do that?
More than likely, or they could have he could have jizzed into like a turkey baster. You know what I mean? I've seen that on TV.
Aaliyah's like, I saw that on Pornhub once. That was there.
You know what I mean? I feel like, have you really exhausted every option? You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, well, let's get to some real news today. That was just my fun Canadian news. Let's get to some real news.
I appreciate you bringing out that.
Our other resident news correspondent and your partner in crime, Mark. Let's get Mark Greg. If we can pull up anything, in the news today, I know you got some stuff to talk about in the news, and I know Mark Gregory is here. We're going to have some fun with him today. Talking about the Dick Gregory documentary, his uncle. So let's get Mark in as soon as we can.
Oh, right. I saw that about the Dick Gregory. I want to watch that. That looks incredible, right?
Yeah. Let me tell you something. I watched it last night. It is phenomenal. It is phenomenal up until a point. I give it A, not an A plus. I give it an A, and only other way I would have given it an A plus. Let me tell you something. It's a strong A. I don't give out grades. I had 2 master's degrees. I know about grades. I give it an A, and an A plus if Mark Gregory would have been in it. So we'll talk about that all later. But Mark Gregory, how you doing this morning, Mike?
I'm good. What's going on, man?
What's going on? So let's get to some real news. Aaliyah, what you got for us?
Listen, I mean, I feel like I feel like this article really stuck out because it's really interesting to watch how people. Oh, is this the one we're doing first? Cool.
No, this is the other one first.
So the house decorating, got taken to a new level by this woman, Kara. I don't know how to say her last name. White woman is
Levine.
There you go.
De Levine.
How do you say it, Chris?
De Levine.
De Levine.
Okay.
There you go. So Cara Delevingne put together. She created an adult playhouse in her home.
Okay.
Like everyone's got their own thing. Some people like feng shui. You know what I mean? Some people like like open space, open concept. This woman likes vagina tunnels and ball house rooms. This is it's interesting. She's an artist and a creator, and she said that the surroundings that she's in really like helps inspire her, and she needs to have like different changes in atmospheres. But she just didn't go with a regular ass decoration. This woman created a vagina tunnel
in her house.
In her house, yeah, in her house. She's very obviously comfortable with her sexuality. She's a pansexual woman, all this stuff, very good. I'm a very big fan of people being comfortable in their sexuality. I think it's important. Would I want to hang out in a vagina tunnel? I don't know.
I think you would. I really think you would. I think it could be a fun thing, cocktails, cocaine, get the flowing in the house. Next thing you know, somebody says, "Hey, let's go to the pussy room." You know what I'm saying? I just think I can see a bunch of parties, fun house. See, I'm all about fun, and I'm all about like you going to somebody's house. You ever go to somebody's house and you don't know if the people live there? It's like a museum. You can't sit on anything.
Oh, I know, right?
You know what I'm saying? There's no fun in the house. I think this is fun to the next level. What you thinking, Mark?
Man, this is like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory for coochie. That's what it seemed like. Yeah.
That looks fun. That looks fun.
See, this looks dope.
She got that room right.
Whatever's
I'll tell you that.
Here, what is that room?
That's the room, is what I'll tell you.
That's the WAP. That's the WAP room.
That's the what?
The Whopper?
The WAP room.
The WAP room. WAP. W-A-P. The song WAP.
I chill in the WAP room. I like the ball pit too. I'm about the ball pit. That looks like fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This little swing set looks cool right here. This little swing set. Think of ambiance. Catch the vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not talking about 2 o'clock in the afternoon in the middle of a Zoom chat. Even though that would be cool too. But we're talking about, she invite people over. It's called her Pussy Palace.
Yeah, look at this.
It's a stripper pole and tassel swing. It's fun.
I'm about this. It's the vagina tunnel that threw me off. Like, having to crawl through a tunnel.
How are they not going to show the tunnel is what I want to know. Like, they show her come out of the room like it's a...
there was more information on
there's
the
this
tunnel.
video.
I don't think it's in the... I think I watched this video.
Let's see if it's here. I'm going to have to kill the sound on it, but... Oh, stupid ads.
Randomly assigned at birth.
Always.
Sorry about that. I didn't know there was going to be a video. There we go.
Well, you can skip it in 2
No, we're keeping the video.
Guys,
I like her Beetlejuice cosplay as well.
Welcome to my house. Leo, come on. Okay, yeah, see you later.
Yeah.
Be back by 10. Okay.
Oh, this is a long video. We're
beautiful
going to fast forward some of this.
And as we go into this other room, this is kind of the main sitting room, but it was part
Oh, I thought they were going to focus on the Pussy Palace here.
Yeah.
How they gonna...
So generally I would...
Oh, here we go. Oh, you crawl out of the...
Yeah.
Come on, go through.
Let's see it.
This is my vagina tunnel. Shall I go through? I'm gonna go through.
She let the dog go in the cootie cat.
Yeah. Now it's freaky.
I come in here to think. I come in here to create. I feel inspired in the vagina tunnel. So I'm going to show you where this lovely labia leads. See you there.
Oh.
Brings a whole new meaning to beef curtains.
Okay. Yeah.
Ah, nice. I like that touch. Little secret chambers.
See, reworked and cleansed. Again, Nicola made that idea.
It's funny how she lets one dog in and not the other one.
Only one dog at a time in the vagina tunnel. Then she's gonna take a break. Then she'll let the other one through.
Then let the other one in. That's nasty. It's nasty. Even though I've seen, I'm not gonna tell you what I've seen in my life.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, Larry.
I was forced to watch it one time. But listen, okay. I like it in the sense of, like, what's those safe rooms that people have in their homes?
Yeah.
They have like these safe rooms or whatever. You know,
the bunkers.
I think that's kind of fun. Yeah, I think that's kind of fun. I just think but does it get old? Mark, would it ever get old to you?
I think the old is about the personnel. You know what I mean? Now, I don't think you can get old because just think, man, most of us is just getting it in our regular bedroom or in the kitchen or something like that. When you got rooms that are dedicated to fun, it can't get old, man. I don't think so.
What's your overall thought about this whole concept, Mark? You for it against? What you think?
I mean, dude, it's like you could overdose on vagina. You could get vagina in the vagina room. You can't. I mean, this is a win. This is like the female Hugh Hefner, man.
Yeah, exactly. I fucking love it. All right. So, Aaliyah,
I think it's dope. I
down.
love her house. I love her statement. I love her power. I just don't get the vagina tunnel. I don't want to be crawling in and out of a room. How am I supposed to get my drink in? You know what I mean? Like, come on.
You know what it is, though?
You know
That
what I mean?
got
I
her
forget
in.
something. I got to go back and crawl again on my hands and knees. I'm wearing this cute-ass outfit. I'm like, what am I supposed to do?
Aaliyah, Aaliyah, it's already beverages in the vagina tunnel. You don't need to take drinks in there. It's already.
Okay, Mark. I see you.
You trying to bring drinks to the party? Nigga, we got it.
Yeah.
Already a wet atmosphere up in here.
Yeah. It's condensation.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know you gotta come out through the dryer.
Well,
was that a washing machine or a dryer?
You know what? It should be a dryer because that's quite funny.
There's only drinks served inside if you handle the doorknob right first, though. I mean, you got to know what you're doing to get in the right way.
Yeah, you gotta handle it. All right. What's the next article?
The other article that we had was about this very close mother and daughter that like to share everything.
Things.
Is that same show? Is that same show?
Nah, dog. I wish it was. It's just more people fucking around.
Okay, talk to me about
this. No, this is that other show.
I think he's talking about that other one with those two, two white women that we saw last time.
Yeah, where they shared panties or something, maybe. Or
they share underwear.
Like yeah.
But this is a different mother-daughter. Apparently, this is a new trend. Mother-daughter. I don't know, man. But like, I'm sure if you Google the top searches on.
Hold on, Chris. Roll back down. What does it say? Watch with mother. What does it say?
Mother and daughter share everything, including sex tapes. To swap tips and positions.
They watch each other's sex tapes.
Yeah, to give each other tips on positions and lingerie.
Yeah.
So it's like an educational swap.
It's like film room in football.
Yeah.
Like you get in there with your other teammates and you're like, look, man, you could have made the interception if you had just made this cut on this
Hey.
Jesus Christ.
Listen, can you imagine your girl being like, my mama said you be coming too quick?
Oh my God. No.
Yeah, apparently this is something that's going on with them. They do this. It's upsetting the men that they're with, and I'm like, no shit.
Right.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I really I don't feel right about this one.
Okay, it says it helped them improve their sex lives, but admitted partners weren't happy. Okay,
so how is it improving their sex lives if their partners are not happy?
Right, and I'm like, go ahead, Mark.
It's like you got this high skill set, but don't nobody want to play basketball with you.
Exactly, you're the Kwame Brown of the league.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, that's
Look, I feel like we should most definitely have conversations about sex. I feel like sex and sexuality is something that we should speak about more freely. It should not be so taboo. I think the idea of a mother and daughter talking about sex freely is beautiful. And even if they wanted to swap tips in lingerie, they could do so. But do they gotta watch the sex tapes to do it? Is my question.
Whoa!
Not gonna lie, they're kind of cute.
Okay.
They're pretty hot.
You feel me?
Okay.
They can both
Play
get
this
it.
right here.
They can both get it.
Play this right here.
Very pretty.
Play this.
I'm gonna lower
right
the volume
here.
a little bit.
Hey,
It's probably gonna make you watch that. Oh no, they don't sponsor us. We're gonna look at this picture while they talk, huh?
Dynamic drive mode.
Set to sport.
Hang on.
Operation
We gotta wait for this
Tango,
stinking ad.
Lima
So we'll just look at this
X-ray.
picture while the ad plays, and I talk over it because they don't sponsor us.
You mute the ad.
Drive, sir.
Yeah, hang on, it's
Carla, I'm 44, and this is my daughter.
I'm Rakia. I'm 26 years old, and we live in Jacksonville, Alabama.
Black don't crack. But
Do
we'll
you
look
have a
at the crack.
lotion?
I don't have any lotion. Bring some with you. My mother is the most important person in the world to me. I can lean on her. I can depend on her for anything, and I appreciate that. Like, I really, really do. Don't cry.
Thank you.
No. We do everything together.
Yeah.
I mean, everything.
Watch a movie together, cook together.
Twerk.
She's the first person I see when I wake up and the person I see when I lay down.
I couldn't imagine my life without my mom being in it. It would ruin me. I wouldn't know what to do, how to function. I would lose a part of myself, and I don't even want to imagine that.
Right. I've had people say that we're too close, point blank, and I was like, what?
I don't see why they feel like our relationship is like so bizarre or weird. Okay, you got to spread it open a little bit. Yeah. This
normally
side
go
is
up.
going down, but I
God
can't tell. I
damn.
probably should have did it before I put it on there. My mother and I have been waxing each other
The
for
fuck?
quite some time now.
Oh my God.
Okay.
This time, let me know when you're about to rip it.
Okay, count.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh, that was a good one.
Goodness gracious.
Those are some coarse ones.
Gee. It shocks people if
Those
we
are
share
coarse
the things that we do.
All right, cut it.
I
Got
showed her
it.
my first set.
Oh my God. Mark.
Yikes.
Mark. Okay. I've heard of soccer mom. I've heard of stage mom. I've never heard of pussy mom. I've never heard of. Talk to me.
You know, remember when you was like 6 years old, getting a little older, and your mom was still bathing you, and your mother used to say, "Boy, you ain't got nothing I ain't seen." It seemed like it's that same logic. She's like, "But mama, I'm grown now. You ain't seen it in a while, you know."
and she looks at it. She's like, "Yeah, you're right. I haven't seen it. You need a little trim. Here, lay down."
Yeah.
Leah,
That,
talk to
like,
me.
even the vagina waxing, I'm like, that's fine, whatever. It's just human bodies. Like, who cares? Everybody's not being so
Right.
extra about things. We all got these bits
Yeah.
and parts, and who cares?
You gonna go shower with your
But
mom this weekend? Because that's how that's going.
What's that?
I'm like, Beyah, you're not gonna go shower with your mom this weekend. Like that'd still be
No,
weird.
all right, no, but like that's the thing. Like, I feel like there's nothing sexual about somebody getting waxed. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
But there is something sexual about watching a sex video. You could literally explain sex to you could explain, we could have a conversation. We could talk about sex, positions, how to fuck, what to do, where to go, what to touch, all that without actually watching the video. I think that's crossing a line. I think them watching
Do
each
they
other's
watch
sex
the video?
They could talk about sex. Of course. Of
Yeah.
course she's gonna ask her mama how to do it. You know what I mean? Of course. Why not? Why not help each other have a better, more fruitful sex life? Cool. Like, be open, be liberal, all of that stuff. But I just think it's too intimate to be sharing sex space. I think that's weird. I think that's weird to share with anybody. Do you know what I mean? Like, I
But
think
if
it's weird.
If it bettered your sex life, Aaliyah, if you had to admit that mom
I
gave
don't
me a
think that.
tip,
Thank you.
no.
That's okay.
Well, you're a prodigy, huh? You're a child prodigy. She's like, I went to the league early.
Yeah, it's like
What'd you say though? If it improves my sex life, what I do? No, I don't think that it's necessary. Like I said, like I think that, let's put it this way. I could ask you, and I could run a bit. I could be like, listen, I'm working on this joke, Larry, and this is it.
Yeah.
And you could help me, and we could talk it through, and we could workshop it,
Yeah.
just like this. You don't gotta watch the video of me being on stage. right?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Well, plus it leads to a lot of.
To be able to do this without it crossing that line of intimacy. I just feel it's it's so weird.
But I would if I saw you on stage performing that bit, I would be like, okay.
Yeah.
For some reason,
as I said it, I was like, right.
That, then I'd be
not
like,
a good example.
I'm like,
in the moment.
I'm like, let that joke breathe.
This is how you get a lot of.
We'll be like, let that joke breathe a little bit. Don't write the next line.
And Aaliyah, I get the analogy that you tried to come up with, but nobody is busting a nut at the end of your jokes. Okay, I'm sure they busting guts, but.
And how do you expect Thanksgiving?
What would you do if you were with somebody and you find out that she's showing her mama her sex tape or her daughter? Or her daughter. If you were with somebody, you found out she's showing her daughter the sex tape. What would you do?
I mean, I feel like that you already too late. I feel like you find out like before you get to that point, like she would say, I gotta let my mom wax my vagina. Like to me, that will be the telltale sign that we need to break out of here.
You think waxing the vagina thing is weird?
Yes.
I don't think that waxing is weird, and I don't even think that watching because like I had to ask myself that question. If somebody said I showed my mom our sex tape, I think I would be cool with it. If somebody said I showed my daughter our sex tape, I'd be like, why am I fucking a bitch this old? But the thing is that
right, because Larry, listen, Larry, the reason why you cool with it is because you're gonna be like, I mean, your mom already saw the tape. Ask her what's up. See what's up. She saw my resume. She saw my work.
Exactly.
But plus, I don't get
show your cousins.
How do you take it?
You ain't got no cousins too?
If that's your girl, how do you take it seriously? Because how's Thanksgiving gonna go when your girl brings some new move to the table and it's the shit, and you're like, "Damn, where'd you learn that?" And she's like, "My mom taught me that." And then you're sitting across from the mom on Thanksgiving 6 weeks later, like,
You know what'd be crazy though? If her mom was on the sidelines since they watch tape together, they running plays. She'd be calling plays for the sideline like triangle.
Yo, Scotty!
Triangle.
Switch.
Mark,
Switch.
these are your sex
Switch.
moves? Triangle.
Switch.
Run the motion.
Switch.
Run motion offense. Run motion.
And you just looking like.
She runs in, taps her out, takes over. She's like, nah, girl.
I feel like
it turned into WWF wrestling. They tag each other out.
You know what I mean? They pass it on the baton, except for it's not a baton.
I feel like if you got your mom in there, I should have somebody in my corner too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, now it's just a heavyweight fight.
So who you want in your corner?
I feel like it should be
who you gonna try to get in your corner? You trying to get like an uncle? You trying to get like a young gun?
Larry, all you need in your corner is some Blue Chew. That's all you need, man. Okay, you don't need nobody else.
Some Blue Chew. All right. Well, that's it right there for the news. I fucking love it. Oh, I think that's gonna be it for the news. Did we get any callers come in or anything?
Oh, we had someone. We had someone who left us.
I want to.
What's that now?
Because what gets me is I always like when people chime in on these articles that we do. Do we got anybody chiming in?
Larry. This is S.
You know, because they'll either.
Here, let's see, so you guys can see the.
Who is that?
So you guys can see it as well.
Esther Carol?
What's that?
Let me see. I thought I heard Esther or Carol.
Let's see here. Let's see. Do you see them?
Because the thing is that what is it? A video call or a regular call?
Video call. They dropped it in for me here. Here we go. Ready?
Hello, okay. Larry. This is Esther and Carol. We're watching your show. Sorry, Carol, I interrupted you. Go ahead.
I just wanted to say hello. I hope you remember us. And we're very upset.
We're watching your show, and we've watched these articles, and we just had to call in because we have opinions about these people and how ridiculous this is. First, let's...
All I know is if I had the money to spend for some kind of house, the last thing I would do is put in a vagina tunnel. And if I did have a vagina tunnel, I would at least pay to get the whole vagina waxed. It looks like half the vagina has some fur. What the fuck is that?
I know. It's like a half-baked job. The other thing is, when she's crawling out of the vagina, she looks like a human tampon. This girl is rich. She can afford other things than to make herself look like a tampon.
Absolutely. All right, now, Esther, I know you like that Smothered show. Are these other people on the Smothered?
They are, and it's completely scandalous. First of all, so I have watched this program, Carol. First of all, these two women, the mother and the daughter, they wax each other's coochies and buttholes on the show.
Get out of here.
Is that disgusting? Can you imagine looking at your mother's butthole widespread in front of you? Yeah. Then there's a brother who was not mentioned in this article, and he brings home his girlfriend. And the mother is asking her if they're having sex and what positions they have sex with. She has never even met this girl before. It's disgusting.
What is wrong with these people? Don't they have anything else to do? The last thing I want to do is look at my mother's vagina and wax it. Oh.
Well, and we go from sharing panties to watching each other's porn tapes. That's the most disgusting thing. At least, though, we know they're not half waxed like the vagina tunnel.
My blood pressure is going up.
You're verklempt.
Yes. My
No, well, thank you for letting us have this recording line for us to call and give you our opinions. We love your show.
Yes, we love it.
We love you madly. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
It's crazy. These callers would. These fucking callers. I love them. You gotta love our people. All right. So the verdict is in. Some people like it. Some people don't like it. I give a thumbs up to the first, the vagina candle. I don't know about the mom in the video, but if it's my video, by all means, watch.
Feedback not required. Thank you. Feel free to watch it and take some tips, motherfuckers. Use it as an educational tool. You're welcome.
Hey,
show it to your mothers, your daughters.
I don't do it for me. I don't do it for me. I do it for you.
For the people. For the people.
For the people. All right. So we have with us today Mark Gregory. Am I going in order? We have with us Mark Gregory. Let me tell you something, Mark. First of all, can we get Jay in here? Because Jay, we want to talk with Mark and everything. We got Mark with us today. And Mark, man, I saw the documentary yesterday. Your uncle was phenomenal. I knew that growing up. I've always known your uncle was phenomenal. The era that he grew up in, that he was his most fierce in, I was born during that era. So I kind of know that, what it meant to be a real dude like that. So Mark, did you watch the documentary?
I saw it, yeah.
Okay.
Of course
so
he watched it.
Okay. Oh, Jay's here. So Jay, take over right now. Talk to Mark real quick about the documentary. What is it that we want to know from Mark in this documentary? Go ahead.
Mark! Okay, first, I'm pissed that you are not in the documentary. I'm writing all the Gregorys that were mentioned in this to be like, what the fuck, yo? Because he's the best one. Anyway. Yeah. All right, so aside from that, what's in these pill packs? I need the pill pack.
It's a Gregory secret. If you give away the secret,
you need to start selling that shit. They were helping everybody. So for those of you, if you didn't watch it, his uncle would take a combination of different herbs and stuff and make these pill packs. And it was saving people's lives, helping people lose weight, regenerating people. We need the pill packs. We're supposed to be your friends. I need a pill pack.
I got you.
Okay. Yes. Do you really take it though, for serious?
Say it again.
Do you really actually take whatever it was that his little
No,
concoction?
so growing up, I was a vegetarian because, like, at the time that my uncle created the Bahamian diet, our whole family was on a health kick. So I was a vegetarian up until I was like 8 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
But then do you remember having to take these different, like, vitamins or whatever?
I don't know. I didn't take the vitamins. I just remember the Bahamian diet and the pill packs and all of the stuff around our house. But I didn't take it. I was real young.
Got it. You were too young for that. All right. In your opinion, because I think it's an amazing documentary. I was like glued to it. What do you think is missing? Like, what do you know from a personal level that we wouldn't have seen after watching it?
I think that, it's hard to encompass like somebody's life in a 2-hour documentary. I just think that I don't necessarily feel like anything was missing. I just feel like the essence of it is really what spoke values to, his legacy. I mean, because it was really like he lived multiple lives in one, right? Here you had somebody that was a great athlete, right? The average person would be content with that. He was an All-American in track and field. He ran for president in 1968. He had an amazing comedy career. He was making $7,000 a week in the 50s and the 60s, and then parlay that into a great civil rights. I mean, you were cool with the Beatles, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and then towards the latter end of your life, you still were able to connect with young people via YouTube. So it was just like, what more could you ask for?
Yeah. There were parts of it, like I was reading a lot of articles, like recapping it after I watched it. And one of the articles said, what's sad is that because Gregory sacrificed so much of his showbiz career in order to help lead the cause, history has never really given this selfless martyr his due until now. It's just too bad Gregory didn't live to see his life so neatly and concisely packaged into a documentary as fine as this one. And I thought that was such a profound statement, but I'm wondering, did he ever feel like he was not recognized for the sacrifices that he made?
No, because I mean, he didn't do it for the recognition. My uncle, he really, we would talk. He didn't hang with entertainers. He purchased the farm in Plymouth Rock, Massachusetts to raise his family far away from like the glitz and the glam. He was just big on being a regular person. And one of the things that like stood out to me, two things that stood out that really encompassed who he was. One was when Martin Luther King was doing the one of the marches in Selma, Alabama. And John F. Kennedy called him and said, hey, this isn't a good idea. A lot of people are going to get hurt. And specifically, he said, Martin Luther King is wrong. And my uncle hung up the phone on the then president, JFK, and said, no matter how wrong King is, he's still righter than you, and hung up the phone.
Yeah.
Right? And I mean, that in and of itself speaks so much values. The fact that, I mean, the average person who if JFK calls your house, you're just excited that he's calling. Any president, right? But the fact that he hung up on him spoke values. And the last commercial that he did with Kevin Durant, when Kevin Durant signed his contract with Nike, that was kind of like around the time that Nike was coming out of some of the child labor law issues. And I think Nike offered him $250,000 for the commercial, and he turned it down.
Wow. That's crazy. And there was a lot I saw in it. They talked a lot about that, about how it was like making a difference meant more. And that was it was like a matter of his integrity. Like he never wavered with his integrity, which is just so profound, because especially nowadays when you see people, it's like, it's so easy to jump on the bandwagon. And he was so like adamant in, this is who I am. This is what's happening. Did he ever talk to you about any of the protests that he attended? Like, did he ever say he was really scared or?
No, he wasn't. I know in Mississippi he was shot. He never mentioned being scared. He did mention that one time he said Malcolm X did say, Gregory, I'm gonna die, huh? And he said he knew he was gonna be killed. And he said, we all gonna go sometime. But he did say, because I did ask him, I said, how was it everybody around you, was assassinated, but you stayed alive. And one of the things that he attributed his longevity to was fasting. And he said, I was able to do what I did under the umbrella of stand-up comedy, right? So there was still that kind of like satirical element that like they took it serious, but you are able to like make people laugh and then put some medicine or put the message in the laughter. So that was one of the things that he said that kept him alive, was that he was a comedian.
Yeah. I love too when your aunt was mentioned and how she was like the rock of the family. However, if anybody ever left me with 10 children to raise and they were gone 90% of the time, I would freak out. So she's a badass.
Yes, exactly.
I'm not signing up for that. I don't care how much I love you or how much you're making a difference. I'd be like, you get your fucking ass home.
But women were a lot different back then. Yeah, women were a lot different and put up with a lot back then. But you know what? I mean, to your point, she was definitely a rider. She was down for the cause. She went on a lot of marches, and I think she saw like the big picture. It was bigger than you leaving me with these kids.
Right.
Because when you look at women like Betty Shabazz or Martin Luther King's wife or John F. Kennedy's wife, like these people knew that their husbands were marked men. On some level, they had to know, and they slept one eye up and had these children. You look at Jackie Kennedy, you look at Coretta Scott King. Like whenever they've talked, Betty Shabazz, whenever they've talked, they've always said they didn't know when they were gonna get the phone call. They were hoping. They were always praying. The kids were always around. So she was definitely a ride or die chick. It sounds like Jay is ride or die.
Okay, slow down. In the words of you, slow down, feta. I'm just not trying to raise the zoo, okay? All right.
Right?
I love it.
That's a lot of things. Chris, could you play that first video for us, please?
Yeah, I'm pulling it up here.
And I think that it was so phenomenal.
Mark and Dick G, right?
No, the first one, just the one that says DG.
Gotcha.
Thank you very much, and it's a pleasure being here, and nice being out of jail. And I'm very confused this year because I never thought I'd see the day I would give out more fingerprints than autographs.
Dick Gregory was one of the greatest political comedians to ever live.
The sacrifices he made aren't necessarily required of every artist, but that they are very special people. Every few generations we're blessed with.
Hey, I'm gonna go back 10 seconds.
Required of every artist, but that they are very special people. Every few generations we're blessed with that are willing to do that. And when you see these people, you should give them your love and your respect, protect them to whatever extent you can, and try to recognize that they're doing something very difficult for the benefit of all of us. He set a very high bar.
Totally.
Yeah.
I feel like that was what it was like. Maybe if I were Lillian, which I'm not clearly, but she, like, that was in the background of everything. It was like, okay, he's doing this to make a difference over the long haul, which was definitely, what am I going to say? What's the word? Like that was like the main.
The bigger picture.
Yeah, it was like the bigger picture was the purpose, and so it was always that way,
And Aaliyah, to me, it's a movement doesn't happen. A strong movement by a man does not happen without a strong woman by his side. Am I right?
Sure.
You know why I say that? I mean, because think of any person who has done a movement. I think Gandhi was the only one that wasn't married, or was Gandhi married?
I mean, I just don't think any one person can do a movement. I just don't think that one person moves anything. I think that people move things. So I think the more people you have on your team, whether it's the person that you're involved with, whether it's your friends, your family, your community, I just don't think that individuals move things. So yes, I think that a strong woman behind a man is this concept that we've had. And that's just based on a society that was a little bit different back then. But I think that there are strong men, strong women, strong people that are making moves. And I think for sure, if you have a partnership that is supportive and that is there, like the person that you're with is there and has your back, you're going to be stronger together for sure. So yes, I do agree. But the phrasing threw me off a little.
You mean you have a problem with a woman being behind her man? Fuck you, Aaliyah.
Listen, I'm not out here trying to stand behind somebody or in front of somebody. I want to stand next to somebody.
Whoa. I don't know where the fuck this is going, but I'm raining. I'm bringing it back. All right. Hang on with you two.
Ahead,
News is over. Your sexual's over. It's
Larry's
all
trying to
over.
trap me. Jay, what's trying to happen is Larry's trying to trap me. All right?
Okay. Look at Mark's face. He's like, how did we get here? Okay, question. This is my last question, and then we have one more clip. And I adore you for doing this and sticking through with this because I know.
Oh, no, it's all good.
I appreciate your time. All right, so at the very end, he said, I've had white folks used to tell me, love it or leave it. I'm not gonna leave America until I straighten it out. And I'm not gonna love it until she becomes lovable. And then I'm getting the fuck out of here. Which was so great. And I did not say it or give it justice because he is just so great with the way he speaks and his whatever. But before he died, because I know you were on tour with him it was 2 years, right? Before he died?
Correct.
So with all of the things that were going on in America, how did he feel about that? Like, did he ever talk about like, this is what it was like when I was growing up. This is what we were fighting for. And what the fuck are we doing now? Or what, what were his opinions on life?
I think, his kind of viewpoint on America was that like, it was pretty much like downhill, that's pretty much how he viewed it. I remember we were doing a radio interview and this lady was like, oh my gosh, Mr. Gregory, the world is in just so much turmoil. What can we do? And he said, there's nothing we can do. It's pretty much over from here, and not over from a jaded standpoint, but I mean, when you kind of look at it, it's, if you look at, just what we're talking about, the 60s, some of the people that, could be, bring change in this country, these people were assassinated, so that was his viewpoint, that it was pretty much downhill.
Yeah. Oh. But yet still, he was always so positive and so uplifting.
Yeah. Now, one of the things that there was a commentary that they had a play for him in 2016, and it was kind of like a one-person play. Joe Morton from Scandal played him. And one of the things that they mentioned in the play was, by virtue of him being in the civil rights movement and everything that he went through, that his humor and outlook kind of had become jaded, which... if you see some of your good friends, the Martin Luther Kings, the Malcolm X, the Medgar Evers, all of these people around you just murdered, it will kind of like alter your perspective of the world a little bit.
Absolutely. I've had my dad die, and that made such a profound difference on my life. I can't even imagine what it would be like if it just became like a regular thing. Like you hear these people that are so powerful. In the word and I don't know. So do you think after watching it that he would be super proud of it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I definitely think so. I think he would think it was beautiful. Yeah.
And I think that we should do a follow-up documentary with you starring in it and sharing all about it.
Okay.
About your experience. I'm serious. Because you were the one that was probably with him the most the last 2 years of his life, when you say you were one of those people.
Yeah, on the road. I agree.
Yeah. All right, we're making that happen. I don't know how yet, but that shit's gonna happen, yo.
Larry, let's make it happen.
We got enough iPhone 12 cameras that we're gonna make this shit happen.
Exactly. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you for sharing all the inside scoop. You are extraordinary. Oh, we've got one more video.
He's a brilliant writer. He's real nice. Look at him. Look at him.
Yeah.
He looks sad. Somebody make y'all ain't being like that. I just love you, man. Thank you. Thank you.
A lot of times my uncle would tell me that he was passing the baton to me. And now that he's gone, since I have the baton, it just makes sense to run with it.
Yay! I love
Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Mark. Now, listen, here's what I took away from him as a comedian, Mark. He was a true comedian because there are times I look at people who say they want to do stand-up comedy, but they're not comedians, and they don't have it. We have it. We know what it's like to always look for the punchline. Even throughout what he was going through, when I listened to his interviews, there was a punchline coming, but it was a pointed punchline. It wasn't step and fetch. It was a pointed punchline to address the issue right now. You could tell. You told us last week that he would read the USA Today when y'all were on tour and come out with a whole new hour of material, whatever. And his wife or his son said that in the documentary, that he would take the papers and read it and know you're always ready to shoot. He's a sniper with the jokes. He's always ready with it. No matter what, and he made Martin Luther King laugh. That picture of Martin Luther King laughing when he was talking, you know that joke was funny. He always, even though he had the weight of the movement on his shoulders, he always could say it. And I think Kevin Hart and Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock and Lena Waithe, they all, encapsulated what this man was about. Nick Cannon, they was all talking about. He always would say, motherfucker this and he always was ready to jab you. And that's what a comedian is. We're always on ready for something. And I think that even if he wasn't a civil rights activist, which he was and was an excellent one, his comedy was so fucking phenomenal that I can see how once the Vietnam War started, and mind you, Vietnam was a hotbed for everybody at the time. You spoke against Vietnam, they said, fuck you. And that's when his stock started to plummet a little bit. And when he started missing gigs and stuff like that, but he still was on point. He said, I got to speak to the youth. I got to talk to the people who feel me. And I feel like with any movement, you have to bring people together. There's no way that you're going to have a movement and you just go with one group of people, one sex of people, one race of people. And I think that what I take away from him is that he really cared about America. He was just angry at the fucked up shit that he saw. And to me, if you're the one on the other end of it, of that nightstick, you're going to be angry about something. And so you can't just always be laughy. And the fact that he was able to make you laugh through that still, I think that, like you said, comedy gives you this umbrella to say some shit. Like Bill Burr does it. What's the guy? George Carlin did it.
Well, it gives
like,
you a
we
vehicle.
Can say stuff. You can give. Yeah. So I'm glad that and that's one of the reasons why I love you, Mark, because you still have that sensibility. You're not a house nigga. You're not a step and fetch type dude. You're funny as I don't know what, but you know how not to just come off like, yes, I'm master. Give me the Netflix special and I'll say whatever you want.
Yeah. Agreed. And what else I love too
is my opinion.
Totally close up. You brought up something, Lara, that made me think when he was running, I can't even get over that he went from 288 pounds to 98 pounds. I'm like, holy shit, that's fucking nuts. But when he was running and doing the thing where he was trying to run across the country, how he was not afraid to it's like the movement or what the difference I'm trying to make is more important than me not asking for help. Mm-hmm. So when he reached out to, who was it, Muhammad Ali, right? Mm-hmm. And it's like, hey, I need, and then the next thing you know, he got the publicity. And how nowadays people are so prideful that it's like, no, I'll do it all by myself, right? But it's it's not about that. It's about the commitment that you have. So one of the things that I noticed actually in both of your comedies, and Aaliyah, I can't speak for yours because I haven't seen you except for on the news. My bad. I'll do my homework. But both of you do such a great job at exactly what Dick Gregory did, where it's you're bringing up these controversial topics, you're making a difference or making these statements, these blanket statements that while you are making people laugh, you really have them reflect wait, he just said that, right? Mm-hmm. And so, yeah. And Larry, aren't you related to Nipsey Russell? And he was in it too.
Yeah, but Yeah, Nipsey Russell was in it, and it's so funny because ever since I was a baby, that was my nickname, Nipsey. And I always tried to shy away from it. Right? Whereas Mark, I think you embrace it, and I really feel that is really important to embrace the fact. Cause I spent so much time running away from. I don't want to be connected with that person. I'm me and all like that. And you don't walk in saying, "Hey, you know who I am. I'm so and so, whatever." But I think that you do an excellent job at representing your family, your uncle. I'm happy that your uncle, cousin, Dr. Chris, what's your last name?
Gregory.
I need more juice. I need more juice.
Those Gregory people.
Those Gregory people. I think all of y'all did a great job putting that documentary. They did a great job putting that documentary together. I give it an A. I wish you were in it because I saw spots where you could have been in it.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, I saw spots. I was like, this has been perfect. The show where there's somebody else in the family. Like I believe you're the only one in the family doing stand up. Am I right, Mark?
Correct. Yep.
No, we're making that shit happen. Get ready, other Gregorys.
Yeah. Right, so,
this one's taking over.
All right, so thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mark. We're gonna do next week. We're gonna do Dick Gregory facts next week or whatever. But now, Chris, we got him sitting in the waiting room. Also on July 4th, when the documentary dropped, we also had the Nathan's hot dog eating contest at Coney Island. Oh my God, it was so freaking phenomenal. Our boy George Chigger competed in the Nathan's hot dog eating contest, or you could eat contest. So it's George Chigger somewhere around here. And thank you for your patience, George Chigger.
I think he'll be finding his way in very shortly.
I said Chigger. But the thing is that, and that's why I say...
it's like, Facebook AI. It's a CH.
Was that? Yeah,
I said Facebook Chigger. AI.
Chigger what?
Chigger
who?
Oh!
Talk about it, Jay. Who we got?
All right, we got to bring in Tino, my Ponderella.
I thought he comes in after Chigger. Let's talk Coney Island right now.
Oh, okay. All right, so talk to us. I watched you stuffing the hot dogs down your throat. How do you feel like you did? I know you broke your own record, right?
Yeah, I had my personal best of 32 hot dogs and buns in 10 minutes, but I crushed my Coney PR because the best I've ever done in Coney was 2019 with 26 hot dogs. So, I ate 6 hot dogs more than I have in the past. And, I finished 7th place overall out of 17 competitors. And it was just a great weekend. So.
Woohoo! Okay, yeah. And then what were you dunking it in? We have some pictures and a little video clip of you. What was your dunk of choice for the day?
Like a sweet tea, peach tea. So
okay.
And it's warm. So it's a sweet tea, but I like the peach flavor. It's really good.
I love this, how your jerseys all say personal best. So
yes.
That was your personal best, period, not just personal best from Coney Island, correct?
Correct, yeah. So I qualified with 31 and a half hot dogs in 2019 to go to Coney Island. So that's my personal best in competition. They don't do halves on the shirt, so it's 31. So next year you'll see me wearing a shirt that says 32.
Yeah.
So
I would have drawn that shit on with like a fucking Sharpie.
Wants that credit.
It took something to get that thing done. Do you have the video, Chris?
There wasn't a video in the email, I don't believe. It's just all photos here.
I sent it to you.
Well, show me some photos first.
Let's get the pictures first, and we'll go to the video, yeah. So here he is on the walkout here, I believe, right? Getting ready.
You look like you should be on Game of Thrones.
So, yeah, I think this is some pictures from the prior to, like, when I was talking to Oliver there. That's Oliver that, handles everything. And he's really a great stage manager. And, I know.
Go ahead.
Nope.
Some of our friends came down and saw you. Mikey Parada came down.
Mm-hmm.
Gino Visconti from In Hot Water, Compound Media came down. Ryan Long, a funny comedian, came down. Yeah, this is you where? Now, this is why you were eating?
Yeah, that's definitely while I was eating there. Yep.
Where?
I'm dunking and eating.
Okay, what's with the gloves? Does everybody have to wear gloves, or is that a personal thing?
No, it's a personal thing. My mentor and I, been wearing gloves forever because, like, where we practice, a lot of the competitions, the food's messy, right? And then we dunk our hands in liquid that's over concentrated with the flavor. And, some of the eaters, it looks like they murdered, their wife or whatever, because they have, they're red up to their elbows from fruit punch or whatever. So it's just easier when I'm done eating. I take the gloves off and I'm done.
Yeah. Oh my God.
You look like a fine dining chef right here. Like you're clean.
It's early on in the competition.
I would like when I eat, I'm always in black because normally I'm just like, messy and dripping on myself. So the fact that you have this white shirt on and you're actually quite put together is amazing. Do you ever secretly, this is so fucked up, but it came in my brain. Do you ever like secretly hope somebody chokes?
No, I don't want anyone to choke. Yeah, that's quite rough, but it would have been nice if Joey like reversed or whatever, if Elvis arrived, that would have been awesome to see that happen, but yeah, no, definitely don't want anyone to ever choke. It is a dangerous sport because of the choking, and that is a real factor when it comes to this. So,
do they have?
You said reverse. You said
Yes.
reverse. Can you explain what reverse means?
Throwing up. Throwing
shit.
up. Yeah. So yes, we don't. It's kind of like we don't talk about throwing up. And if we do, we refer to it as reversing, or Elvis has arrived, or.
Oh, so it's like a jinx. Like you don't want to jinx it.
Right. Yeah. We don't want to talk about it because it does happen. I've been reversed on. Some of the I want to say that the top pros, but some of the guys that are in the top 50, I've had some of their food on me, and it just happens because once you start eating and you're into this so far, and so you're going hard and you're pushing your body will start to fight you to make you reverse, because the body's like, no, stop doing what you're doing. And some people can't control that, or they don't have the capacity, and that's what usually happens when they overfill the capacity. It comes back out. So it happens at the tables.
But nobody did anybody reverse that day?
Not that I'm aware of. I don't think anyone reversed. I don't think anyone got DQ'd. So it was good.
Can you continue eating when somebody reverses?
Yes, I can. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
You have to.
Even if you're not in a contest?
Oh, if I'm not in a contest, no, I'm going to stop doing what I'm doing.
Okay.
But I'm a professional, so in a contest, if it happens, it's like I got to push through it, and unfortunately, sometimes I've heard stories of people like reversing into someone else's tray of food, and now they have to continue to eat their tray of food with the person's stuff in it, and then when it gets weighed, a lot of stuff goes by weight. And then, it throws that person off because, he's going to scoop around the reversal, or, or he's going to have to eat it. So it could cause some problems. Knock on wood, that hasn't happened to me yet, but I definitely got some splash from people. A little bit of spray here and there.
Like NASCAR. I wonder if this is like NASCAR when somebody bumps another person's car and then they go fight in the pit. They're like, motherfucker, you.
Oh, yeah, no, we've had some fist fights afterwards, because of different things and judgment and, on debris. And I would definitely be upset if, I lost it because someone, reversed on me. So we would have some issues.
Okay, but then when they fight, do they punch each other in the face or in the stomach to try to get them to be like?
Oh, that's. I haven't. I've only heard
money maker.
It's almost gone to the fist fights, but it would have been nice if Uncle Joe took out Joey the other day, in the belly. But who knows?
Go ahead,
Jay.
You go.
Oh,
I think you froze.
I got an Uncle Joey. So next competition, I got an Uncle Joey. We'll send him over, But Joey Chestnut, he won. He set the record. People who bet
he
the
beat his own
over-
record.
Yeah. So what was the record?
The record was 75 hot dogs and buns in 10 minutes. Joey broke his own record of 76 hot dogs and buns.
Congratulations, Joey. Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's the man when it comes to this. So,
I have a quick question for
I'm
George.
going to work. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, so like the announcer, the MC for that event is one of the most electric dudes I've seen announcing for anything in a long time. And I'm just curious, like, does he do other stuff? Like, do you know this guy? Like, is he involved in other like events? Because I've never seen him on anything but Nathan's, and I'm wondering if he's just so good that they just pay him to be exclusive with them at that point.
So he's actually one of the partners with Major League Eating, and it's his organization. Him and his brother, and they own they own the whole show.
Oh shit!
So he does MC other events for Major League Eating, but that's where you get to see him. As Nathan's is the big show, and he's an animal when it comes to hyping the crowd and just going
Dude,
on.
he is good.
And my intro was like insane this year.
Yeah.
We had I'm now the Red Horse of Death, according to Major League Eating, and the intro was really a cool walk-in.
I think I have your intro here somewhere. I have your intro on Twitter, on someone's Twitter. Give me 2 seconds to bring it up.
Okay.
Andrea, shout out to Andrea from Queens. Good up and coming comedian. She got your intro.
Yeah, Andrea's the best. Oh, so
Andrea
Leo,
is
why
great.
he looks that up? You any final questions for him, Leo? Jay.
Oh, well, Aaliyah, do you have any now that he asked you?
I know. I was like, well, do you still like how they taste?
Yes, I do enjoy a good hot dog time to time, but I'll be honest with you. I normally, after 4th of July, I don't consume hot dogs until about March or April of next year, so I take about 9 months off of eating hot dogs.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, well, I've consumed probably over 300 hot dogs in the last 5 weeks. This year, well, definitely during hot dog season, I'm about 300 plus hot dogs. Normally, it's 500 to 600 hot dogs.
It's hot dog season.
Yeah, hot dog season. Yeah, we
let's check out the intro.
Hey,
okay.
let him explain. What's up? Oh, you got it. Okay.
I want to see the intro.
We're ready.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta kill the sound.
From whose infant's mouth, instead of cries, came the perfectly... Custom treat. See you, risen again as a child. Has now grown to the immeasurable stature of evil. 6'6" inches tall. 340 pounds. I give you George Jigger, the for she had
That was a good one.
Yeah,
That was
you guys
fun.
are awesome.
Okay, Jay, wrap it up.
No,
Wrap it up for us,
it's funny
Jay.
that they say the stature of evil because you look like you have I would want to give you a hug in real life. Like nothing
Right.
about you screams like Satan. Whatever.
No, it was kind of crazy. It's not my brand or technique or whatever, but that's what they wanted. Like that's what they wanted me to play as the villain, and so I kind of walked out like an asshole and didn't stare at I just stared ahead and. Fans were trying to give me high fives and stuff, and I'm like, I can't pay attention to you. I just gotta beeline it, and be mean because I'm the when my mom died of horror giving birth to me, because I'm the most evil thing.
So they're WWF out there. That's cool.
Yeah, definitely. That's what it was. I mean, George, I think one of the shades, their wife's right for WWE actually. So
that makes sense.
But he's proud of it and. He was spitting half that in Old English, so I have no idea what he was actually saying. So, but it was fun. I had a great time. The fans loved it. I got a lot of great stuff. And having the crew from Compound Media there in the crowd, Gino actually showed up, and so it was great to hang out with everybody. And the after party was awesome. So,
George,
it was a great weekend.
George, how much weight do you gain during hot dog season?
I actually lose probably 5 to during hot dog season. I probably lose 30 to 35 pounds because I lose weight because in April I will quit drinking my double IPAs and all that stuff. I really cut back on alcohol, so I lose like 20, 25 pounds. And then in the years past, I've lost 5 to 10 pounds from April to July as I consume 500 to 600 hot dogs for practice and qualifiers and all that fun stuff. So I'm down 100 pounds since I got into it 11 years ago, and I'm just, I'm at the healthiest I could be.
You don't expect to hear that from a guy who's been doing competitive
Never.
eating. Yeah.
I know.
That's pretty cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's amazing. Hey, George,
yes,
can you hang out with us today? Because we got a special segment coming in right now. We got some puns, and I want you to judge some puns with us today. Since you were judge, I want you to be a judge today on some puns. And we got Aaliyah and Mark still with us, and Jay. So can we bring Tino Ramirez, Esteban? Can we bring him in? We're going to judge some of his puns today. He's a fun dude, wonderful comedian. So just hang out with us a little bit. Can you do that?
Oh, yeah, definitely I can hang out.
You're the best.
He's on his way in now.
We're so proud of you.
Tino, where are you, buddy? There we go.
Oh!
There he is.
Tino!
Tino.
My God.
Yes, guys. Oh, my God.
Tino!
I ran out of weed. I ran out of weed.
Tino, thank you for being patient. All right, you guys, here's how this segment goes. So this is called Once Upon a Time. Tino's going to give us puns, and you judge him between 1 and 10. 1 if it sucks, and if it's a negative, you just give a sad face. You don't even have to say anything; just make your face sad. Okay?
Can we get Mark a 10 for being on this hoverboard?
I know, Mark. I want to know if you're really on a hoverboard. You do that so well. I am left with: is he really on a hoverboard, or is he just does he have those skate shoes that with the heel?
The Heelys?
He's not going to
tell. All right, so
me.
let's get it started.
Let's go, Tino. Let's go.
All right. Well, last show I left on a 10, so it was the best day ever. Okay. My girlfriend loves her GPS. She's lost without it.
Okay, I'm giving that an 8 because I would be lost without mine. All right, Chigger, what do you give it?
I'm going to go with a 7.
Okay.
It's good,
yeah.
but it's
Yeah, all right. We're warming up.
Yeah.
Aaliyah, go.
No, I'm going to give it a... I'll be hard on you, B, but I'm going to be like a 6.5 on that one.
Mark.
7.
Larry.
All right.
I give you an 18.
Chris.
Thank you.
I'll go with a good 6.8 on that one. I like that.
All right, not bad, Tino.
All right. I was gonna. I don't know if I did this one. I was gonna beat up this dude at the bowling alley, but I spared him.
Nah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's good.
How's it going?
Going with an 8. Chigger.
I'll give that a solid 8.
Aaliyah.
I'm going to give that like an 8.5, yo.
Oh. Mark. A 5.
Wow.
Oh. Larry.
Beat Mark.
I'll give that
Larry.
one.
I'm had to give you a 7.9 on that.
Chris.
I was gonna say an 8 also.
Yay.
Yeah, on that one there.
Cool. I lost my girlfriend because of my gambling addiction, but I bet you I win her back.
All right, I'm going to give that a 9. Chigger.
That's a solid 9. I'll go with 9.
Aaliyah.
That's like a 12. I like that one.
Wow.
Aaliyah with the 12. What? And she's rough. Mark.
I give it 8.5.
Larry.
I give it a 9. I give it a 9, son.
Chris.
I'll say 8.5 too.
Woo!
He's crescendoing. He's set this one up well this time.
Oh yeah.
I'm working at this, guys. Yo, I met a sexy corner. Yo, she had a body on her.
I'm giving that a 6. All right, Chigger.
I'm going to go for 5. 5.
Aaliyah.
That's pretty good. Y'all are being rough. I think I'm gonna give it like a 7. You know what I mean? I think you should have pronounced the word coroner a little bit better because I thought you were talking about a corner. But aside from that, it was good.
Okay. I have an accent, okay?
I think you should open up that body bag and put that last one in there and zip it on up.
Come on.
I give it a 5.
All right.
Wow.
Remember we black, Mark.
Larry.
Right. Dearly beloved, we're gathered here today to pay last respect to that.
You too, Larry.
Yo, that's because the enunciation threw me off, and then I was like, it better be a payoff. And I was like, it didn't. Okay. 5.
Hey, Larry. Hey, Larry, you know how at the end of the funeral they say, on behalf of Smith Funeral Home, we'd like to thank you for entrusting your loved one with joy.
Oh, man.
All right, Chris.
What's up? I'm gonna give that one a 6.
All right. Okay.
All right, cool. It was
It's
too
okay,
hood.
Tino. It's okay. We
It
love
was too hood. It was too hood. All right.
That working white room.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my God, I can't with you guys.
Yeah. Yo, I was cheating with a girl from Popeyes. Yo, she was my side piece.
Okay, I have to give that a 5 because I've never even been to Popeyes. Is that are like side pieces the thing?
Sides. Like a 3-piece, 2-piece, 10-piece.
Yeah. It's my side piece.
Like your sides, like mac and cheese.
Yeah. You know it's a side piece, right?
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Chigger, what do you give it?
I'm going to give that an 8 because, I got a story about that. But yeah, I'm going to go for 8 stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
you guys don't share that story.
Yeah, we might have to pause for a second.
Yes.
What's your story, Chigger?
Hey,
man. Surprisingly mention a story about a side piece, homie.
So
he might just be hungry.
Chigger's like, one time I had 74 side pieces. It was a good day. Yeah.
Chigger, you giving all your little side holes hot dogs?
Yeah, I give them the hot dog. So I have a friend I've been hanging out with and stuff, and her 11-year-old son's like, yo, what's going on with you and George? Are you guys like boyfriend and girlfriend? And she's like, no, I think you're just a side piece, Mom.
Shut the fuck up.
This is 11-year-old telling her, and it's like, we're hanging out, we're spending time together. But the 11-year-old, and then like the other day, I collabed with Badlands Booker. We did something, and she was showing the kid, the Instagram, or I think we were on TikTok or something, and the YouTube video, and the son's like, is George famous? And she's like, well, in his head he is. You're definitely a side piece, Mom.
Isn't that crazy though? Because I think grown-ups are so ignorant that we don't think that like kids know they're freaking brilliant. 11 years old.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, I don't know if you're planning on upgrading her from a side piece to a full piece or how that goes, but you get on that shit.
I got something. Yeah. You guys will make a great combo.
Oh, there you go.
I like it.
Not bad.
I feel like I want to say sit down, Tito, but you're already sitting.
I love it.
All right, tough crowd. All right.
All right, wait, Aaliyah, what do you give the side piece?
Look, I want you to workshop that joke again and come back with it next week because there was potential. You used too many words and not enough. You could have thrown in something about the thighs. You mean like the juicy thighs, but you use words you didn't need. There was something. There's structure in that, but you gotta re-workshop it and come. I'm not even gonna grade you right now. I want to hear it next week.
It's like, show your work.
You know what happened? Wow. I was winging it.
Oh, you motherfucker, you.
You know what they call me.
You
Okay,
motherfucker.
okay,
That's a,
good.
there's your 10.
Back, Tino.
There's your 10.
That's how you bounce back, Tino.
That was a 10.
Solid 10. Solid 10.
No,
All right. Can I get to the next one?
Yeah, all right, move it on. Wait. Oh, wait, Larry, you want to go? Mark and Larry and Chris.
Oh, sorry.
I'm gonna grade the wing it. The wing it was a 10.
Yeah.
That was courage under fire.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, Larry and Chris.
I'm gonna say open up with the wing it and just tell the joke backwards.
It was a 10 to me.
Yeah.
I like that wing it one.
Oh,
the
okay.
fact you're able to go,
Right.
the callback in the moment, like the pressure hit you. You were on
it
the grill.
did.
You were on the grill
Very
and you
good.
came through. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That was the pretty
You
lady.
got grilled.
So what I'm hearing is that I should be bullying Tito more. Got you.
Yeah.
I got this.
It catalyzes
I don't
everything.
need to. All right. Yeah, that's Jay's job.
Jigger, aren't you so glad that none of us know jack shit about eating hot dogs? Because these motherfuckers would be all up on you. Like, well, if you just did da-da-da-da-da, or if you started with the back of the bun.
It's fair, you know.
Shit.
I'm not going to tell you guys how to tell jokes, but if you guys know how to eat hot dogs, I mean, maybe there's some techniques you guys know that I don't know, just from life.
Yeah, don't eat them. They're fucking terrible for you. Okay, keep it moving. All right.
I watch my carbs every day.
Hey, George, as long as you get the buns, man, that's all that matters.
Right, exactly. Definitely.
Yeah,
Was that a
man? Keep doing what you're doing.
Some people don't know when to get off the stage.
Was that
All right, let's go. All right.
Was that a bun pun? Did I miss a bun pun there? Did you double
bun
layer that
pun.
shit?
Yes.
Yeah, there was a bun pun, but
Double
it's
layer
all
that
right.
shit.
That's all right. I've been hurt. I've been hurt before.
Heard it all before.
Yo, wrote a joke about slaves. It's off the chain.
All right, I'm going to give that an 8.
Wow.
Jigger.
Am I right to answer this question? I know. I'm going to go with 7.75. There we go.
All right. Jigger, I love how you blush a little bit. Like, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yo,
That's
Tino, I don't ever want you to ask for reparations. You just got it.
The donkey, everything right there, right?
Aaliyah.
Oh no, I'm not doing this. Listen, you white people are very quick to hand out grades. I'm just saying, you don't talk about slavery. You better have something to say, Tito, and that was not something. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Wait, did Aaliyah just call me a white person? Let's go to that. No.
She said pass. She said pass.
She said pass.
Mark.
I mean, I'm just like, why slavery can't get a 10? I don't know. Either way, you can't win.
Yeah, nigga. Yeah, nigga.
Larry.
You know what? At this point, I was like, what would Dick Gregory say?
Dick Gregory would say, what kind of fool is you? Huh? What kind of fool is you to sit up here and tell a slavery joke in front of these white folks? Huh?
Oh, no. Sugar, please.
Oh, sugar, please.
I think I'm done. I'm gonna.
No, I got you here.
I'm gonna take myself out of this.
I got you. Jay, I got one for you here.
Okay.
Thank you, Tino.
Thank you, guys.
Tino, we love.
Oh my God! I'm sorry, Dick Gregory.
Hold on. Have you all seen the video of Tino in the subway acting like he's taking a dump?
Oh no, guys, no. That wasn't me.
What?
Chris, can you pull up Tino's
Instagram?
Yeah, I have it here. Yeah.
Oh no, y'all.
This is disgusting.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
And then Tino, I want
Chris,
to know.
can you please pull up Tino's Instagram page right now?
Yeah, it's there.
It'll be my last day punning.
You were walking around.
No, go down, and it should be one of his posts.
I don't understand what's happening, Tito. Why are you being
That
shy right now? You put this on your Instagram.
Exactly.
But I'm here to pun. I'm here to pun.
Tino, put that fucking gun down. We don't want to scare people.
Oh,
Put your water gun down. Okay, you got to turn the music or the volume on, please.
It's not letting me.
All right, let's watch it.
It's like not letting me do it. Okay. All right, computer. Okay, I see what you're trying to do here, dickhead computer.
All right, wait, hold on.
Oh, God.
Man.
Oh, God.
Damn.
Okay, Tino, I have questions about this. One, do you fucking know any of those people that are watching you?
My lawyers have advised me not to discuss this situation because it's in litigation.
And how much did you scrub your disgusting fucking feet after being in wherever you were in no shoes?
My lawyers have advised me not to discuss.
Well, all right. Thank you, Tino.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. I love you so much, man. I'm still dealing with that issue, guys. All right, give me a chance to.
We love you. We love you.
I love you too,
guys.
guys.
Are fantastic.
I'll see you next week.
All right.
Cheers, Tino.
Hey, Chris, do we have the news hero here?
Yeah, I can let him in anytime.
No?
Yeah, he's here.
Okay. All right, so I want to say goodbye to every last one of y'all. Thank y'all, Jay, Mark, Aaliyah, Tino, Sugar.
Yeah.
Thank y'all.
Yeah,
I
we love you. We appreciate you.
Love you guys. Thank you so
You
much.
guys are the best.
Thanks, y'all.
Hey,
Yeah.
you ask that woman out on a proper date. You come back and tell us how it goes.
I will.
We like that. We like that.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. See you later. Deuces.
So we are letting the hero into the room, and then we'll be transitioning him back on.
The news hero, one of my best friends, the news hero. We're letting him in today. News hero, how you doing? Is he in yet?
Physically, yes. I mean, like electronically, yes. Physically, less so.
He's probably walking around his estate.
Oh, right. It's all the new. It's the new digs, huh?
Has he moved into the new place?
I believe so. I know that they moved out of the old place for sure. I think that he has moved into the new place, but I'm not 100% sure.
We got to talk about the new place.
Let's see here. Well, I can see you again now, and we'll be able to see him when he steps back to the camera.
You know, and one of the things is that do you know that the president of Haiti was just assassinated?
It was.
So can you bring that article up? I want to see what News Hero has to say about it.
Yeah, let me find that here real quick.
The Haitian president was assassinated, and just want to know what the News Hero might think about that. I think he probably is. He was probably waiting in the waiting room so long.
Yeah, we ran a little long there on a few pieces. That's for sure. Yeah, here's the article though.
Yeah.
I mean, this is.
Pull that up and see what it said. Because people are texting me all this morning talking about the president of Haiti, and I just read the president, and I was like, oh shit.
Oh yeah, that'd be
so lucky.
That'd be. So here's the.
I love you, Joe Biden. I'm just fucking with you.
Let's see here. Yeah, right. Got to make sure to say that.
Yeah. No, I don't wish nobody harm. Like that. I think that's a coward's way out. You know. That like you lose, so you kill the other guy. Haiti's prime minister calls for harmony after the president is killed. Oh my God! I wonder, is there actual footage of him getting murked?
No, dude. You think you got to put the video of the president on live leak or some shit? I mean, it's I mean, he was killed by gunmen in his home.
Yeah,
and his wife was injured.
In
I know
home.
that much. Yeah, I believe it was in his home, which is kind of questionable, right? Like, how is he in that insecure of a position? It says his wife was also shot. Let's see. Yeah.
His wife was shot?
Yeah, right here. President, I don't know how you say this. It's probably French. Like Jovenel, I don't know, Moise of Haiti was assassinated in an attack on the early hours of Wednesday at his home on the outskirts of the capital, Port-au-Prince. So in his home, that's ballsy.
Wow.
I mean, how does the security that loose? But it says that they are struggling to assess the situation, but his wife, Martine Moise, was also shot in the attack, and the interim prime minister, Claude Joseph, said in a statement her condition was not immediately clear. A group of unidentified individuals, some of them speaking Spanish, attacked the private residence of the president of the republic and thus fatally wounded the head of state. Now that's weird because I understand it to be like the language over there is French, right? Not Spanish
It's
usually.
French, and the Spanish got him.
Did Dominicans come over and get him? Like, that's crazy.
Well, they have a big issue with the Dominicans and Haitians don't get along traditionally.
Right.
And you will find some that are married and everything like that. So that's a general blanket statement. But if you call a Haitian a Dominican, be ready to fight. And if you call a Dominican Haitian, be ready to get cut.
Oh yeah, they don't fuck around down there.
Yeah. So it's so funny because my friend who goes down there almost every 2 months prior to the pandemic, sometimes he stays down there for a few months. He just texted me. He was like, "Yo, they got him." He goes to the Dominican Republic though.
Yeah.
But we got a lot of good Haitian friends. But it's interesting. Like, what do you think this was over? Did they say was there anything we're over? We don't want this motherfucker in.
No.
Anything other than that?
That's the thing is that, like, I mean, I don't have the information here, but it seems like in most of these cases, the groups that would do this sort of thing want credit. They want to release that they did it right away so that people know that they're the ones who did it. They make a name for themselves. And it also kind of platforms their message, whatever it is, through the mainstream media. So the fact that no one has, like, came out claiming responsibility for this is rather confusing. And furthermore, like, just, I don't know, like I mean, it's like, I don't know enough about what Haiti does on the world stage to know, like, who they're pissing off and why. But that's fucking weird that they got to Scarface him. You know what I mean? Like, it's one thing if he gets sniped. He's at the podium and some guy snipers him from, 2 miles away off a rooftop or something. But you're talking about, they ran into his house and killed him. Like, that's a terrible, terrible situation if you're president that can happen. I mean, I know Haiti's got some tenuous,
I want to know if the doors were locked. I want to know how did they breach security at his place that they got to him. Like, you don't have one dog on the premise, like no alarm system saying get your gun,
Right.
like.
It's like, it's a matter of, like, you'd think this
I
guy
know
would be,
me
like, G'd
myself,
up,
I know me myself. I'm strapped to the hilt. So you come into my crib, it's like, yo, I know when you're on the lawn. So it's like, like he didn't know nothing. But I know what's going to happen, Chris. Fauci's going to say he died of COVID.
That's what they're going to do. It's like, I was on a show, I forget if it was yours or somebody else's, but like, They talked about someone getting brought in off a motorcycle accident in 6 pieces, and they said he died of COVID because he had it. It's like, yeah, okay, that sounds about right. Yeah, this guy died from COVID, and aggravating factors were gunshot to the head. So just an aggravating factor, though, not the cause. But really, I mean, this is something that you haven't seen something like this in the Western world, I think, in quite some time, where there was just an open assassination of a world government leader. Again, there's of people who are, I think News Hero is about to join us, by the way, but I think there's been assassinations you see of like ambassadors or some guy who's the head bureaucrat of something, but the actual president of a country, I don't know if I've seen that in like a decade. Hey, News Hero.
That happened since Muammar Gaddafi.
Yes, that's true, but and even that though was like, it was more of like a coup, like the whole like half the country came out and was looking for him. This was like a group of. This is like a kill squad ran in and shot him up, and that to me is like, I don't know how you as a country can, like, if I'm their journalist, I'm just asking, forget who did it, how could this even have happened, and like, how is the next guy going to be protected against this kind of thing?
Right. This was on some old like video game. What's the game? Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Haiti version. Is the News Hero here?
Yes,
I'm here. News Hero, talk to me about this, man. They murdered the president of Haiti. Talk to me.
Well, I mean, I haven't read that much about it yet, but apparently somebody was displeased, and they decided to express that displeasure. We have a long. we have a long history. We were averaging a presidential assassination, or at least an attempt, once every 20 years or so up until Reagan. So it's not unheard of.
Or did he die of COVID?
Well, that will be the final determination, I'm sure. The 50 or so bullet holes will be the comorbidity.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so talk to me, News Hero. I think I see behind you that you're in the new house.
Yep, I am. I'm out here laying the groundwork.
Damn it! How many acres do you have on your land?
30 and a half. I actually sent Chris a picture from my front yard. From my front door.
God damn. Yo, I'm so proud of you and your wife and your kids are out there. Are the children out there with you yet?
No, I'm out here alone. I'm floating back and forth. There's just so much shit between both New York and PA. So I'm kind of just bouncing back and forth between the two because I got to be out here for, the get the utilities set up. Then I got to be back there for closing on shit. So I'm homeless right now.
Yeah.
I'm Gino Bisconti. I live in my car.
A homeless millionaire. Chris, can you imagine? He's a homeless millionaire.
You know what? That just reminds you that it's a big world out there.
Who's Gino Bisconti in his life? I'm living in my car.
You're living in your fucking car.
Yeah, dude, it's like a 7-hour fucking trip.
And let me ask you something. So are all the things cut on in the house? Do you have things cut on in the house at all?
Yeah, I got power. I've got internet. Obviously, water, we're on a well. It's the same shit as I had in Westchester. Well, septic, all that bullshit. So we're getting.
Are you gonna put a pool in?
We have a pool. I have 30 acres in a pool. I call it white reparations.
30 acres in a pool. Yo, and when do you anticipate the show starting? If we do a Compound Underground, when do you anticipate that starting?
Well, I think that our movers are bringing our shit around the 20th. Okay. So it's not going to be till August. I mean, we got to, we're just getting our shit in the house and set up. And even that, this house is bigger. I said bigger than the other house. And
I heard you. With the hard R.
In case Gino's watching. But this house is actually bigger. So even when we get all our shit in here, it's going to look like, okay, so you guys need to furnish.
Yeah. How many square footage is the house?
The house itself, I think, is like 7,700. Now, my house in Pound Ridge is listed at 75, but that's including the basement. This place, not including the basement. So tack on a good 2,000 square feet there. And the basement here is unfinished, so now I have work to do. And the really fucked up part, and thank God we don't have mean tweets, we ordered fucking patio furniture a month ago. Yeah. They said, maybe August. Supply lines are that fucked up that we can't even furnish the place. It's crazy.
That happened to me with a couch. That is crazy. Me and my girl tried to buy a sofa, and we bought it. And then we got an email back from the company being like, hey, that 4, 5, 6 days out delivery date's really going to be more like 4 to 6 weeks out. And we had to cancel it and get something different. It was like, damn,
everything is like 4 to 6 weeks. I just went to get a UTV because the property's big enough that I'm not fucking carrying shit. So
you got a UTI?
Yes, that too. A utility vehicle, one of those little quad things with a fucking. And I went in and the guy was like, yeah, we don't have anything in inventory, minimum 4 to 6 weeks. And I said, I don't suppose you have anything. I said, use. And he looked at me and laughed.
Wow. We were looking for a car out here in San Francisco, and they said that there's this chip in the new cars that aren't arriving yet. So you can't even get a new car at certain dealerships because that chip isn't available yet, because of the, COVID threw everything in a backlog,
Right.
So things, and which makes your used car go up in value if you want to turn it back in or whatever. So
well,
I can understand.
I'm gonna get a pre 1980s car that doesn't have any fucking chips in it, and then I don't care what you do to the world. You keep an extra solenoid in a fucking Faraday cage. Go ahead, set off the EMP. I don't give a fuck.
Yo, get one of those cars where it had the one long seat. Remember the one long seat?
Oh, the bench seat. Yeah, that's the classic. That's like the old Caprice, like the Chevy Caprice or anything from the friggin' 60s to the 80s, right?
Yo, so give me a final thought of the house, because we got to get out of here. Give me a final thought about the house and everything.
Were you able to pull up the picture?
What's that?
Were you able to pull up the picture I sent you?
Where is it?
Email.
Okay, let me find it. I had something open for Larry instead. Let me see.
I mean,
yes.
dude,
because I got to get my dad in there. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get that in there too, but hang on.
When the parties start, man, we've got the space.
Oh, yes, he does. Let's see. Let's do this here.
So, basically my next priority is figuring out where the gun range goes.
That is beautiful.
So that's the view from my front door.
Wow. You always have good views, man, with your home.
Serious.
From your front door, you always have good views. That's a great view.
I like the
privacy. You do not see another motherfucker from my house.
That's nice, man. It's weird because I like living in New York City, and I'm like reluctant to want to leave here, but yet, like, that just seems awesome. Like that seems perfect to me.
That is.
Yeah.
Every day. Now, are there bears and everything out there?
Dude, I'll send for next week. I'll send you guys a couple of pictures. Literally driving down the road, and Emer and I are in the car, and I see something out the corner of my eye, and I'm like, that looks like a fucking spinal column. So I back the fucking car up, and sure enough, there's this fucking skeleton about this long that someone just mowed down on, and the fuckers are all over the place.
Damn. A guy just got mauled by a bear somewhere in the community. So, keep the guns out.
Oh, the guns were the first thing to make the trip.
Nice.
Yeah, good. Okay.
A man of priorities. I respect it. We're
going to talk more and see more of the house as you take more pictures next week. I love you. And listen, I want to thank you. Chris, pull the picture. I want to thank you, News Hero, for reaching out to me when my dad passed, because that made me feel really, really good, because so many friends reached out to me, and I was in such a different place that, I guess people mourn differently, and I wasn't able to talk to people or be around people or whatever. So I kind of fled the East Coast and came out here for a while. I got a couple shows, and it's just one of those things. And we have an artist, TAS resident on Instagram and Twitter. She did an excellent job of capturing my dad in his Frank Sinatra-esque look. People used to always say to my dad, reminded him of Frank, and just a wonderful human being, and he's the reason that put the battery in my back to keep doing comedy. He told me, don't ever get a regular job. You were meant to do comedy, and that's why I've always pursued this. So when you reached out to me, News Hero, it was phenomenal, because you never know where you get your wings of spirit from, because I was depleted. And when I saw your text, that just lifted me up, and I thank you. And I thank my dad for being who he was to me, and I will always live, knowing all the lessons that you taught me. And you taught me how to be funny. You taught me how to, unify myself with people and don't look at people based on race or color or gender, and just look at everybody as human beings. So I will always continue to do that, and I will stay loud. And I love you, Dad.
And Larry, congratulations on having the only parent to recommend a comedy career.
Exactly.
I mean, really? Jesus Christ. You're blessed.
Because my second thing, I wanted to go to the NBA, and he was like, "No, you will definitely not be in the fucking NBA." He said, "You will not be the next Bud Webb. Trust me."
Yeah. Well, and I actually waited a few days to reach out, just because I figured you'd be overwhelmed, and so I wanted to give you a little time to decompress. And I figured you'd also be dealing with family, and so I was like, let me just give him a little space, and I'll reach out in a couple days.
Oh, that was easy for you. I somehow missed his text because so me and Larry have this little fun thing where half of his messages go to my laptop for iMessage for some reason, because I don't have an iPhone. So me not seeing his text about losing his father, I think I hit him up for some money. He's like, yeah, blah blah blah. Sorry, I'm sorry, something blah blah blah. My dad. I'm like, oh my fucking god, how did I walk into that? I'm like, I feel like the biggest dick in the world now. But Larry's cool and he's understanding, so I appreciate him for that.
He's like,
you know what I
he's
mean?
like,
I was
yeah,
like, my
over
God.
that. Dude, send the money.
He's like, sorry, I saw a post about it. I'm like, how the hell did I thought someone was, you know how it is.
Hey,
I felt
Larry, I understand you're vacationing in California. Can you send me some money?
Yeah, I felt like the biggest prick. He's like something about my dad's services. I'm like, your services? I thought maybe he meant like a birthday party or something. I had no freaking idea. I felt like such a stupid ass. But that's that's technology for you.
Blessed.
You know?
I was blessed to be able to do the eulogy at his funeral, and I just turned it into a comedy bit because that was my dad. He would not have wanted to look down and see me being somber. He never was somber at funerals. I remember one time his brother died, and he walked to the funeral director. He said, "You ain't got no upbeat music you can play, man. You know, liven this thing up." So I knew that in his spirit, I just told stories about he and I, and it just was so much fun. So shout out to my dad one last time. Thank y'all for watching Let's Get Loud this week, and I love all of y'all. Thank y'all.
All right.
Anybody who doesn't already follow the show here at Let's Get Loud Show on Instagram, you can follow Rare Air Live at Rare Air Live here on Instagram, and make sure, like we said, drop Larry a line. Let him know how you appreciate things here. We'll see you guys next week, live and direct. Y'all have a good one.